creative minority is an idea that came, as far as I know, I have one of the real experts here, Dr. Omar Abdullah Farouk, because he knows Toynbee much better than I do, but I read the abridged version, he read the long version. But Toynbee argues that societies rise and fall based on how they address the challenges that face them. And he argues that when they have a creative minority that is able to present to them solutions to the challenges that face them, they're able to address those challenges and overcome those challenges. And then they'll be faced by a new set of challenges. This is the nature of the world. And so he makes this argument that it's very important for a society to have this creative minority. Now, one of the tragedies of a lot of modern society is the idea of elitism, that somehow intellectual elitism is seen as a negative thing, that we're all equal. But just like we have world-class athletes and we honor them for their elite athletic abilities, we also have world-class musicians and we honor them for their elite abilities. Now, some of it is purely hard work and discipline, but it's often enhanced by natural ability. Very often we fail to honor intellect in a society. In fact, because of envy, which is a major problem in the Islamic tradition, and envy was one of the concluding remarks of the Quran. People of intellect are often envied for the gifts that God has given them. And so other people will try to keep them down or they'll attack them. And Kierkegaard said that people will admit a felonious crime before they will admit to envy. Envy is a real problem in societies. Cream should rise naturally, but homogenization basically shakes it up so that the cream is not allowed to rise. And so it's very important to allow people to flourish intellectually and to honor that intellect. And if a society does that, and also it's very important for those who have been gifted with highly creative minds, that they maintain a humility, from the Greek humus, which means the soil of the earth. Because every person, no matter how brilliant they are, is human, and they will be flawed. I learned from process working how important it is to put ideas before you articulate them, to present them to other people that you trust and honor, because very often they'll point out things that you didn't think of. And they'll show you the flaws in your own reasoning. And this is why collective fatwa is so important today for really major issues. Because one person, that burden cannot be put on the shoulder of one person. Amrahum shura bainahum. The Quran says their affair is of mutual consultation. So shawirhum fil amri. Consult them in affairs. And then once you decide to do it. But consult people. The Prophet said, ma khaba min istishar. He will never be destroyed or fail, the one who takes the counsel of others. And shara yashuru is a beautiful word in Arabic. It means to take honey from each of the combs in a honeycomb. That's what shura is. It's taking the benefit of each person and listening to them. And amazing, this famous business consultant in the United States who failed to convince American corporations how important his views were. He ended up going to Japan, and the Japanese adopted his model. And one of his points was to allow even the lowest employees to advise. And Toyota and others actually did this and implemented this. And very often, the humblest person can actually have a creative solution to problems. Many mothers in America have become wealthy because they had some problem with baby carriage, and they just thought, I wish that carriage had this. And instead of doing what most mothers do, is just saying, I wish this carriage had this, they actually ended up designing it, and then it becomes the standard. Thoreau said, if you build a better mousetrap, then the whole world will find a path to your door to get it. So creativity is very important. Now, in terms of reimagining or even imagining a future, you don't need to reimagine it. Imagine it, because the Muslims haven't imagined a future yet, so let alone reimagine.